Lee Summit is your destination for big city vibes and small town charm.
Head to the downtown Lee Summit Farmers Market, where local meets fresh. Then grab a cup of coffee and discover a variety of shops and boutiques just around the corner. Continue the fun in downtown Lee Summit at a retro arcade bar. Discover your new beer at one of our 6 locally owned breweries. Cool off with some handcrafted cocktails at happy hour. End the night with live music and good company. Lee Summit, Missouri.
Hello, Lee Summit. I'm Laura Ingeman, and this is your flash briefing for the week of September 9th. City Council will hold a joint session Tuesday night with the Lee Summit R7 School Board at 6 p.m. at the Missouri Innovation Campus. The meeting is open to the public or watch live on the city's YouTube channel. If you can't watch, catch the recorded meeting on demand on the YouTube channel or by subscribing to the Council Debrief newsletter, which breaks down 3 to 4 key agenda items. Subscribe at cityofls.net. Plan for a night of rock and roll at the Legacy Park Amphitheater on Saturday, September 14th, as Inhalen, a tribute to Van Halen, takes the stage at 7 p.m. Enjoy the explosive energy that captures the essence of one of rock's greatest bands. Prepare to be blown away. Buy tickets today at ellisparks.net. The city is seeking individuals interested in contributing to discussions that will influence property maintenance code enforcement within the city. Ideally, participants would have firsthand knowledge of Lee Summit through residency, business ownership, or property management. Submit interest by September 10th on the city's website at cityofls.net. And beginning this week, we're giving our parking spaces a fresh coat of paint in the City Hall parking garage and north parking lot. The work will be done overnight starting at 10 p.m. September 9th, 11th, and 12th. Stay tuned for a brighter, fresher look. Thanks for listening and have a great week.
Welcome to the Lee Summit Sign Department. We are going to walk you through our process from start to finish. We make signs as needed here. It's not like we just go out into the field and place a speed limit sign here, no parking here. Our traffic engineers, they go through and they'll do field studies. They'll send us down an engineering work order for us to go out, place new signs or remove signs as needed. Coming from the material, our blanks come in and they're just aluminum blanks. We can put our white, our red, our fluorescent yellow, green, whatever. And basically what it looks like is just that there. Throw it up into the roller. And once we got it covered, take it to our work table here, and Tim will cut the corners, cut all the access off to where it's lined up right. As far as the plotter and the software that we use, there's a street name sign there, and he's gonna go ahead and print that out on the plotter so you can see the plotter and how it operates and runs. There's standards for the height, even just on letters on the sign blank. Basically what we have on the computer there is it's pretty much set up to those. And it goes through, it's got a very small but sharp needle that goes through and cuts everything out, letter by letter. Once that's done cutting, our next stage would be bringing it over here. Currently picking out the sign letters right now. We call it weeding or picking or however you want to call it. Next, putting it on the transfer tape. Then after it's taped, we bring it over to the roller. That's where we apply it to the actual sign blank. And we'll roll it through one time just to get the air bubbles out. And the last stage is basically just taking the transfer tape off the front of it. And there's a finished product of the street name sign. We'll take you out to the field and show you our process that we go through. We're gonna go out and follow our sign guys and get something installed for you. This is where we check our underground utilities. Tim, you got AT&T?
AT&T's back here.
Evergy, Google, so we should be good to go. We normally put all of our stuff together out in the field. Then once the base is installed, we'll go ahead and put the post in there. These come up too. Perfect. And that's how we do it. Simple, quick.
Member Lovell. Thank you, Mayor. Great presentation, Ryan. Thank you. Is there any indicator that shows, are we supporting a need with...
You know, they talk about like gym rats, kids that grew up with their dads that were coaches. Like I was a city hall rat. My dad, Tom Lovell, was hired as the Parks Administrator in 1978 and spent 40 years in public service here in Lee Summit. I would go up on the weekends when he was working and I'd run around and play and do things, and I didn't know what he was doing at the time, but I just knew that was part of our weekend routine some days was to go up and hang out at City Hall. Being part of a city from a young age to now in my adult life, you reap so many benefits from that. The people you know, you care more for something that you've been a part of. My wife and I knew we wanted to raise a family. Just trying to find a community that we thought we could raise our children in, that was good to me. And it just felt like the right move as we were deciding on a city to come back to. Fortunate to have started a business in 2018. I founded Lovell Insurance Group, and we are a business insurance brokerage. So we help businesses procure insurance. Decided to throw our flag in the ground here in Lee Summit, and it's grown. I also have this passion for learning and curiosity, and I started a podcast series. So I really enjoy this opportunity where I sit down with business owners and tell their story, and get this out to other people in hopes that maybe it betters their life and gives them some inspiration or something. It's going to be a really exciting time, and obviously this city is in my blood. My dad's been a part of it for a long time, so I'm really excited. Thank you all. A lot of people would say I was crazy, right? So why do you throw your hand up and subject yourself to going into city politics? I think, especially as I've gotten older, I just felt, maybe a civic duty, like a responsibility to say, hey, this city's been great to me. Here's a way that I can give back and take some of my skills and put them to work for the people of this city. I wanted to bring a different, maybe way of thinking and take some of my business acumen and see areas that it may apply to how we develop and grow this community and just give a different perspective. One of our biggest challenges, but also one of our biggest opportunities is how do we develop and grow this community we don't want to grow too fast, but we want to grow at a pace that helps support, who and what we are as a community. So, we've got a lot of opportunities, whether that be through development or parks. We've got a lot of land coming on board. So I just think it's important, it's a challenge, but it's also our greatest opportunity. And so we just got to be smart how we do that. It's just asking some different questions. I'm one that I'm not contrarian for contrarian's sake. What I am is someone will tell me something, and then I want to get to that position with them by just asking thoughtful questions along the way. And then if I can get there, then I feel like we've answered everything we can to move that forward, versus, hey, here's kind of how we've done it. I'm never this is how we do it, this is how we've always done it, and this is how we'll continue to do it. Office of Council Member for District 2. All of my practical experience has put me in this position to serve, and I just raised my hand and said I want to do that, for which I was elected on April 5th, 2022. I feel this obligation to carry this legacy that my dad did, my family did, and then giving my kids an environment to grow up in that makes them want to come back. My kids have started rec sports through the Parks and Recreation system, and I'm watching them play soccer on this sport field that my dad helped develop, and my dad's sitting there with me, right? I mean, that's the stuff that really matters in life.
And would you all please rise for the invocation and stay standing for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Heavenly Father, we come together tonight with our hearts full of gratitude for the privilege of serving our community. Thank you for the opportunities to make a positive impact on the lives of others. As we commence this meeting, grant us your guidance and wisdom. Let our discussions be well-intentioned, and may our spirits be lifted because of the friendships we share. Help us make decisions that reflect our dedication to our respective constituents and patrons. Amen.
Thank you, Councilmember DeMoro. And we have a flag over here. I pledge allegiance. All right, very good. Would you please stand with me? This is President Jennifer Foley of the Lee Summit R7 School Board, and we're going to run this meeting together. I told her I would get us through the formalities, but first off, we need a roll call for the City Council. Can I get a roll call? Crystal, were you prepared for that? Where are you? All right, I will do the roll call. I've not done this before, but it's easy enough. I was a teacher one time, for those of you that were on the school board. I will start here. Councilmember Lovell. Here. Mayor Pro Tem Lopez. Here. Councilmember Mia Pryor. Here. Councilmember Fred DeMoro. Here. Councilmember Faith Hodges. Here. Councilmember Trish Carlisle. Present. Councilmember Cinda Rader. Present. And Mayor Bill Baird. Here. Who's going to do yours? Dr. Buck, you going to do yours, or you want? All right.
Board President Foley.
Here.
Vice President Eslick.
Here.
Board Member Garrett.
Here.
Board Member Miller.
Here.
Okay, you up there. Board Member Meyer.
Here.
Board Member Haley.
Present.
And we have one board member not present, Dr. Johnson.
All right, excellent. So we do this meeting, we try to do it once a year. I think this is our fourth in the last few years. And we do it to come together because the school district, Lee Summit R7, and the city of Lee Summit have shared values, and we have shared citizens, and we try to come together organizationally and collaborate and see where we can align and work together. I think tonight you're going to see some great examples of that. We have an agenda that has 8 items, and we have created this setting where we're 4 tables, so we're going to actually do 4 sessions, and then we will do another 4 sessions. But I just want to say that we do consider the school district great partners, the school board. We do this because, yes, Dr. Buck may talk to the city manager, Mark Dunning, and all of your staff. Dr. Buck is talking to our staff about things. But we, as board members and council members, need to come together like this every once in a while, make sure we get on the same page, talk about what's going on and how we can help each other and support each other. So with that, I will pass it to you.
Thank you. And I just want to share the same. I appreciate the great partnership that we have had over these past several years, especially in regards to things like the landfill. It's great to see everybody working together. And I just wanted to take a quick moment to thank our law enforcement LSPD for the swift response to the incident that occurred yesterday. I appreciate everyone that's been involved in that scenario. And so just wanted to share that gratitude from the board.
Thank you, and thank you for bringing up the landfill, because we have partnered on a few things in the past, even a few years back, that is just now coming to fruition. That's the way it works with government. Is something you start 5 years ago is going to get done in about 7 or 8 years, and that's going to be that highway patrol location where we had to move the highway patrol, and all of that whole intersection is going to be redone. MoDOT is going to be involved. The governor got involved, our state representatives were involved, but it actually all started with a meeting between school board and city council with regard to, would you guys help us out so we can make this intersection safe, make it better, and we've been working together like crazy ever since, so thank you so much for that. The 4 agenda items are, we have, by the way, for people watching, we have 2 members of council at each table, and we have, if we could, we have 2 members of school board members at each table. So we mixed it up, and then we're going to have presentations. We're going to start off with the downtown performance venue, the Green Street update at this table here. We've got housing initiatives, that's right, with the city at this table back here. Then we have academic focus right here at this table. And then we have communications with the school district at this table. So we're gonna go for 5 minutes each presentation, and then 5 minutes of question and answers and questions, or whatever. Dr. Buck will keep the time. So if you'll let us know when the 5-minute mark is, and then at the 10-minute mark, we will all rotate. Do you wanna go clockwise or counterclockwise? Let's go counterclockwise. This way. So you all move there, you all move here, you all move here, and we'll move over there. All right, so let's go counterclockwise. And with that, anything else? All right, I think we're good to go. Let's begin our joint meeting.
There's food in there. Do you want to eat dinner? Thank you. Yes, you're one on the right, left is staff.
Number 2 is going to be Stacy. I did not have the opportunity last year. So the answer I should see in front of you is the first one.
First 5 minutes are over, so it's Q&A time. First 5 minutes are
Okay, so I have a daughter that just graduated high school, and she had like a 4.8 GPA. I mean, it was pretty high. And so she wanted to go to Vanderbilt, and she took it down last night and decided to go to KU. Yeah, because it was too far, but she got accepted. She got a really big scholarship there too. But she, okay, so she feels like she had a disadvantage starting at KU because she was only able to take calculus 1 as a college credit. And a lot of the schools, a lot of the people that are in the engineering department that she was in are already taking calculus 2. So I didn't know if there was plans of offering calculus 2 like university as a college credit because so now she's just going that and she's like, I feel like I'm at a disadvantage because almost everyone that was in the engineering department got to already go into learning calculus 3 for freshman year. But for calculus 2? Oh, we share the lead. Okay. I do have another copy here. This will go beyond it. She didn't even test, but she tested out in English just based on her research. She did trouble on dual credit. Yeah, I was going to say, they don't tell you about it when you're registering for your senior year classes. They don't mention it because we specifically asked. You guys actually we asked before her junior year. Yeah, I know. So I think she I don't remember what she did. And then so that's one thing too. Sony was just basically like a very classic scholarship. And someone does not have anything else to the scholarship process. Like the closest thing I got from help with the scholarship process was an email from Lisa McNorth when I was in 10 to their counseling department sent because Lisa has the counselors and stuff, so I think that was maybe part of the related with all the scholarships. But Lisa McNorth counselor sent out a scholarship to scholarship and that was it. My mission completely different. They're essentially speaking at the beginning. She actually She has a daughter that just graduated. she was talking about all of these parents classes. Because they see, like, it's a parent and child, like, classes to sort of what to look for. You can sign up for them, and I don't know if they also, focus on
Time, 5 minutes is up there for Q&A. So board members and city council members, grab your tent and rotate counterclocks.
And take your name tag with you.
Take your tent with you. Take your tent.
That was like a big thing. Like, oh no, so I started asking people this, and I'm like, wow. And yeah, thanks for all your guys' help with the whole dyslexia thing too. Science of reading is amazing, and I think it's maybe like, I wish that the data was in on how free it's like it is. I know, but it is so awesome. Yeah, my kid's reading and I didn't read it, so I'm super happy.
How are you doing?
Yep, there's an extra one. Oh, my name's Jess.
I want to make it 5 minutes, 30 seconds for presentation because I heard you guys want to do introductions, so give me 30 seconds for introduction. All right, start your 5 minutes, 30 seconds now. Right here.
I'm just going to research the recording. That's fine.
Wow, she wore the best, and you wore the best colors because you have a red season. I love it. So some of the most point out lots of You can put it right here on here.
Second half of your time together starts now. The second 5 minutes starts now.
So why is this
Mark done it.
Come by and introduce myself. I'm Mark Dunn.
a year and a half? So we would have
They were the ones that actually came on and so they partnered.
Kind of walk us through what was your entry level?
Yeah, so that's so that is from Mr. James's class. What is important? She was single family home, I guess might be 397, 525.
We have them at our fingertips all the time. We can ask them the questions all the time.
Something that might be your assistant principal, Tiffany's director to oversee something that gives makes sense. And it's good for everybody. Energy and excitement.
Right, so
John Kirby.
make sure
Alright, time. Time's up. Council members,
that's the real takeaway. Dig in and poke around.
Uh-oh, this is Jennifer's world. We'll wing it.
Alright, time is starting now.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Built that with just like little features in the back door.
You guys showed us off last year.
That we used for the celebrations. And so the company we did some manufacturing in China, but internal mechanism we did in Japan to keep that started in 1980. I'm ready to pass on. I think the whole thing with the wrist mounted the problem there, of course, is researchers don't want to go that way because they are the ones that work on the algorithms. And they said it's just these are the large muscle for the but they hooked up the O2 monitor then, and people watching windows, breaking, and they were wrapped up into one outlet. So they have to be several different types of algorithms. So yeah, the Japanese was in today, still a lot of Marlboro Man is alive. At least he was back in 2008. Probably got But yeah, my interest in your school was
Just what is this estimated impact?
Last year, maybe I'll go short.
And then there are some teachers. Well, I don't know ways to retrieve the Korean has its own rating assessment. Oh, I think not. Yeah. Our college offers. Right now, that might be
Did you know him before?
First 5 minutes is over, so it's Q&A time. First 5 minutes over, so it's Q&A time. Right. I got a job. I'm doing it.
I don't
math scores at certain schools, right? We always do so well. You guys do this. What about when do you get drawn it seems like I'm more than involved with everything double, triple, how do you identify students how are you getting kids younger? I see you getting kids younger. How are you doing that? I got to take the kids to the daycare. He wasn't straight A's. The Myers, because like 41 years. Yeah, so he would go in and shut the door, and then a week later come out.
Time. Thank your presenters. Grab your tent. Thank your presenter. Grab your tents and rotate one more time to the right.
You know
It does say here, it talks through what is the successor network. Kind of with a link, and it links out to their, to the SRS website. Yes. Very open feedback. I was wearing my glasses. Well, it's not the big. You are
Yeah, start. I started since you said. Start.
Sorry.
Go. I'll restart. Sorry.
Thank you.
you got the lesson down. Oh, good. People watching. You want to be that mom?
No, and
Social phenomenon.
I'm doing
Finally, I'm going to have time to talk about
Q&A time, your second 5 minutes is starting out, Q&A time.
as far as we know, it doesn't. I trust you guys. No, don't look at it. Don't look at it.
Yeah, I was playing location.
Oh, no, I didn't want to. All right. Perfect. So, here's the answer. Under 20 is actually 20%. Our smallest is 20 to 30 is large, and our largest is here over 50. So why that's so important to talk about smaller lots, get a little bit of technical variables. It's going to be really important when you're starting. My first job. Also, we have a community program, and so you have right now.
I just think they should never have something like that. I'm like, why did they forgive me? Now you're never gonna get mad at me.
There are ways.
I know, but it's gonna be. I mean, like I take one away at night, and I have a fight on my hands sometimes, right? And it's like for you guys to do that with school. I don't. If you have how many? Yeah, I don't feel for you at all. I know the fight I get through, and I wouldn't want to do that 30 times. You know, conversations with and that's just text messages. Like our kids are like Snap and all this other crazy.
Where they come like, okay,
Hey,
yes, why,
Sure. Yeah.
maybe, yeah, see ya, maybe.
I really think we should go back to school. Please beat my kids while they're in school. Please beat them. I didn't think so. I remember getting beat at school. I was a military brat, so they brat. No, it was military. Yeah, so, yeah. Parents were like, sure, go for it. I get it. That's what stuff they're digging up when they're excavating City Hall. Yeah, that's what they're digging up into there. See where it lies, yeah. You guys are gonna have to work on this presentation. The city has to deal with this every week being bored, like 4 times a week in committee meetings, so they have to play games with each
So council members and board members, you can stay and right out and swap out the presenters. So presenters, thank you. You move on. The new board come on to the table. The city council members and board members.
Thank you. Thanks for table. I guess it's just no.
You want your trifle, lemon trifle. We met. We did
Pretty good to go.
And our clear residency. All right, I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, you gotta go. You gotta move.
I want a picture. Matching out.
you're good to head over.
Well, yeah, I think that's the best. You sure can't do sports, right?
I think they may or may not.
It's just like, it's not.
Two districts inside.
That's how you get in. It's like a fire alarm.
I'm waiting for the last presenters to set up before I start the timer.
Are we just school district?
Just a small portion of our, small portion of our dinner.
I drink like so much water. I drink way too much water. Sometimes I'll feel like if I feel dehydrated, are you
All right. Let's go
Where'd you go to school in? Those J hoppers out here.
Okay, go.
I don't care.
Yeah, sorry, I have to start time. If you want to start with you.
And you've been here 2 years. Perfect. Month, 3 years, 3 months. Perfect. All right, let's go.
All right, I'm starting the timer now. You can do introductions and start your presentation.
Left that there a long time ago.
Another big focus is really helping to provide resources for our community coast So, we are that are in the district. No. And really include some right communication between our offices. I might just say for health services, we all know the schoolhouse with the issues that they never had before. So we have to like get health services. Really on building health partnerships to really help all of our students. So they do a phenomenal job making sure they have updated resources so the students have what they need. And then the English department, some of the big features that's a growing population and MSO services. So we want to make sure that we are accurate in students that need additional support, helping them to grow. And then this year we started using for interpretation services for our communication and so that's been great. And then on the right hand side, those are all the other tools that our department takes care of, foster care, registration, our local tax efforts, Title IX, our policy agency, discrimination, investigation, all of our federal programs, all of our different services.
And
We already know zero innovation in the backside. That will be one of those problems.
First 5 minutes is done, so it's Q&A time. First 5 minutes is done.
And I was really sad to go back to my car and the kids were out and this is the ones that were on but one you had a really quick you're trying to get so the one behind the table I just walked around the world and I thought that is just it was just awesome. You're so stinky cute. Yeah. So now we're making
So you just sit and stare at them?
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I know.
And you know, I wouldn't do that. Like, it was just
See them all working together. Your little 3-page handout looks like
And so part of the incident, well, so that's all kinds of school and the school district. And I heard it really well. So I heard our two that so the city, so I just had talked to two of them. All of them cooperate, doing that, meeting with organizations, meeting next week. And the land transaction, one of the things roads, water, sewer, infrastructure, land prices, and the city's purchasing the school district land. I think the part of that is not necessarily tied together, but all of those things
So is that new to this school year? Okay, no, you're four.
First phase
You know what I mean? All right, time. So board member, council members, if you can grab your tents and rotate counterclockwise. Rotate counterclockwise. Thank you, presenters, if you leave them. Thank you.
Not you, but that did. Does that make sense? I might need to talk to you about steps.
I know studies teacher. I'm right here. I know. I got the All right, I'm going to go ahead and start the timer now for the first 5 minutes.
Doing We're missing. Go ahead, tell the important ones are here. I don't know where they went. You know what? Fred has like a smaller size bladder, I'd say, so it's probably in the restroom. Yeah. Oh, you just got retired recently. Nice to meet you. Yeah. It's a good place. I'm Mia. Oh, sorry. I'm Mia Pryor, City Council for District 1. Yeah. We know our friends tomorrow. Nice to meet you.
I don't know whether they mean like a video clip or just
So we can work, we facilitate a lot of work, they consider it to the building, and really focus on how we can help another big goal for us is to work with our
For what families? Oh, okay.
And then for our land services department, we're looking at how we can then on the right hand side, you see all the other things that can follow. There are all of our titles.
We used to use that in the hospital. I don't know if it was the exact program, but it was a program.
Next page, So, in my
Time. First, so now the second 5 minutes of this table, second 5 minutes of this table. Thank you.
So Katie's my cousin, Katie Burke. Yeah. And I know, like, from first-hand experience, the quality of, like, this right here can change the life of a kid. Like, we had someone that was absolutely terrible, and it, like, affected my child, like my son. But now we have someone that's amazing and wonderful, and his entire school life is different. So, yeah, because he has dyslexia, and so like significant dyslexia. So this has been, yeah, this right here can make or break his experience. Yeah, he has an IEP, thankfully, but yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Not dramatically, but it is a rather significant when you think about like how it really stands on the number of games
So,
I was told, I think we have 80 children that are homeless in our schools. In our school.
I know, but
Yeah, there might be more. That was the number I was told. That's
where do they stay between the school days? Like, where are people like, where are they? Okay, I didn't know what classified homeless. Okay, yeah, yeah.
I know some of them are staying in hotels.
Yeah. Hope House, is that considered homeless if they're at Hope House? Is that? Yeah. Okay. Do they? Okay.
Do we know if our number of free and reduced lunches is higher this year? Sure, yeah.
They've had lots of interest, there are discussions, and I think that step that you're asking about, you have some actions you take.
So that is, yeah, so that's gonna be a facility.
I will tell you, I was contacted by a parent, and they were pretty distraught because they didn't qualify, and they said, man, we can't hardly get by. You know, they were just literally struggling financially, and they were seeing, you know, and I told them, I said, man, the federal government's the one that establishes the standard for free and reduced lunches. Right.
So I think if you look at the top of the
Department of Agriculture, yeah.
Recently read that you guys were gonna try to make quotes free for everyone. Is that still a thing? It was, they posted it on Facebook, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. I saw it. There was that, they posted it on Facebook or something. Yeah.
Time. City council members and board members, thank you for dinner, and rotate counterclockwise, take your tent with you.
Yeah.
It's time to rotate counterclockwise and take your tent with you.
It was nice meeting you. Good luck.
I appreciate it.
Do you like,
job.
do you like the district so far? Yeah. Yeah. Wow, yeah. I know, it seems like literally you just got hired. Yeah, I remember seeing
Time to rotate.
Now, where are we going now? Oh, we're back. I'm lost.
Grab your tent. Take Fred's buddy.
He's gonna move.
Got it.
Just take it to the curb. Take it over, Fred.
Alright, I'm gonna start the clock now. Start the clock now.
So the handout in front of you is somewhere that the city, we have our private capital employees.
Oh, you're right.
John Lovell.
You guys know me, and I just want to say we're so grateful for all that you both do for our district and all the support and everything. So they do great work. If you have this is the first time meeting both of them,
It's only 3 months.
yeah. Well, he hit the ground running.
Another goal for us was working with our increase in resources at 2 ways. We've done a great job. Fantastic job. And then put on those language requirements, what is major requirements? Major renovation and additions or renovation. Also starting departments, major renovation. Also about maintenance and repair. That we are
Foster care, readiness, restoration, our local taxes,
our high school. Lights, sound, all that goes on. Short throw projector, digital signs.
This is South TRI property and North First half of this station is over, second half starting now.
If we do it, we just hypothetically get $250 million.
So I don't think that the 250 is all. So I would think that number is probably one set aside.
Let's just say 200, what would that put us at on the trigger test?
Yeah, that would give us the ability to go back to the 30. The sheet is very big. 75 inches. So we'll still have it's all right. You're not going to take us.
Well, and I just checked earlier, PK
Oh, no,
all the students are covered, like, no fees to pay. Yep, so you didn't speak to that, but that's pretty big.
Are we determined if that's the best move?
Sure, yeah, that's
Because that brings money down. It's got its limitations.
That's a huge
huge win.
How old are they? How old are they? And how many years or how long have we had them? First year, 155 students. Wow.
What elementary school are you guys
We're ready. We can't, we're waiting. I know. We have to wait for permission, I think. Right?
They just gave you permission.
Yeah.
Will that school have to close down while it's,
Yes.
So obviously you're seeing environmental needs.
I mean, once they've won your service, how long?
Right. The city don't know.
It's coming. Well, my kids go to Lisa Middle.
So will there be any more, capital equipment that will need for the students to learning stuff?
Service that's in the school. So it's not like the hardship of a parent having to take pull the kid out of the school for the day. The therapist for elementary or house will run the school. And their kids at school.
Is certain age groups kind of more prevalent than others?
Are there any plans for
Time. Board members, council members, pick up your tents and rotate your last.
Thank you guys. Thank you. Welcome.
Council members and board members, pick up your tents and rotate to your last location.
What was the question you asked?
Well, get to the next
Yeah.
Ready? I know we got it. Thank you guys. Thank you.
We are 22% last year. The official count day is done. We're not getting done. That was about 30,000. We can pull it any day, but don't get it pushed down. I think for official count, they put 3 or something.
This is the end of the day.
And then on the right side, we all would like to be for foster care, all of our
Right, look at that. I'm an old track. This is timers are my thing. I'm an old track. Or old wrestling coach.
Canadian, yeah, like the wrestling girls have the tap on the shoulder when there's when the time is
We had one meeting so far. That's scheduled to talk about this. Our next meeting, that will allow us to better assess revenue expenses. Then we can assert what is that's the
Water utilities, back on the left side, you're all right. Halfway point, halfway point. This next
Yeah, so we were just
allow us to be better.
You could stay there, the demand, that's 32%, I'm guessing the demand is still way higher than that.
So we have that expectation. Now he's done
the airport hangar, this is a workshop. Anyway, very high level.
Operation.
And then about 2028, we'll start this process again. And then get ready for 30.
How are you guys identifying cost?
Yeah, that'd been about right. To get ready for 20. It's 18, 19. Yeah, that's exactly what I learned a lot. So it's going to be interesting because these projects that were on the list in 20 kind of like us. We've got that's the design of some of the so it's going to be interesting because there's some CAC there. They're going to see the treatments again. They're going to see some of the it's going to be interesting to see how they turned them away last year.
Kids, couch surfing and such, or is it still an issue these days?
No, there's a land for what's around that. You know, our very capacity numbers.
They get to know
So you're supporting there was a time when we weren't supporting those types of
So that means I'm telling you the change in
Feels like
Time, that concludes our 8th station.
Thank you, it's nice to meet you.
That's what my doctor says too.
Appreciate all your input, government relations,
I think we have
that would be
We'll jump beside you. He's fun to work with. Yeah, so Rick's, thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Thanks for being here.
Are we going anywhere or just staying here?
Okay. Test, test. Okay, there we go. Thank you all. So this is the plan. First off, Board President Foley and I, give me one second before I kick you guys out of here. We were visiting earlier. I can't remember what we were talking about, but it was basically just talking about how we have similar, I mean, obviously you see a lot of similarities. But basically I was saying, you know, sometimes after I meet with you all, in whatever fashion it would be, we take some ideas back to the city and we implement them in some way, or we think, oh, hey, I like the way they did this. I wonder if we can do that. Hopefully that happened for some of you tonight, and hopefully on both sides, because I know that we, again, have the support from the community. When you look at the great progress that you're making with the no tax increase bonds that you passed, as well as what we've passed, it's pretty impressive. And we couldn't do that. We couldn't do that without the citizens, right, supporting us. But we couldn't do it unless we were being consistent, being stable, being the type of elected officials that they have trust in, right? And yes, you've got incredible staffs on both sides, amazing on the school district side, but also on the city side. That creates trust too, but we are the face as far as the elected officials. So I want to say, first off, thank you so much for doing this. It's really important. It's great. It's a great optic for the community, but I really, hopefully, you got a lot out of this. This idea, I think, was Dr. Buck's, wasn't it? This whole rotation. Yeah, listen to him. He's like, yes, this is what. And I was like, are you sure? It's going to be a little chaotic. And he's like, yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be intimate. You're going to like it. It's going to be conversational. And I did. I really enjoyed it. So I just wanted to say that. I will give you the microphone next. I don't know if you're ready, but here it comes.
Okay, I'm just going to keep it short. Thank you, everybody, for being here.
Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to break, but if you want to make a comment, anybody wants to make a comment, I'll bring the microphone to you. Before we take a break, the city council has to come back and do a little business. I don't know if you saw the agendas, so just come back. We'll run through the rest of the agenda, vote on a couple items, and then I'll get you all out of here as well. But does anybody want to say anything before we go? Any board members or council members?
I'll just say, I really liked this format. I liked the format a lot, and I liked to be able to go from table to table and engage, and I really liked it. Yeah.
I definitely feel like it was a little less formal, obviously, which helps people relax and really zoom in on what's being presented. I know it was really tough on those academics, though, to that 5 minutes. That was just brutal. They just really struggled with that. I mean, did you see the fine print on the academic focus page? Holy cow. So, all right, well, you fellow LR7 board members, have a great evening. Thank you for being here. And then in 10 minutes, City Council, please reconvene in here. We'll have tables set up for you.
Welcome to the Lee's Summit Sign Department. We are going to walk you through our process from start to finish. We make signs as needed here. It's not like we just go out into the field and place a speed limit sign here, no parking here. Our traffic engineers, they go through and they'll do field studies. They'll send us down an engineering work order for us to go out, place new signs or remove signs as needed. Coming from the material, our blanks come in and they're just aluminum blanks. We can put our white, our red, our fluorescent yellow, green, whatever. And basically what it looks like is just that there. Throw it up into the roller. And once we got it covered, take it to our work table here, and Tim will cut the corners, cut all the access off to where it's lined up right. As far as the plotter and the software that we use, there's a street name sign there, and he's gonna go ahead and print that out on the plotter so you can see the plotter and how it operates and runs. There's standards for the height, even just on letters on the sign blank. Basically what we have on the computer there is it's pretty much set up to those. And it goes through, it's got a very small but sharp needle that goes through and cuts everything out, letter by letter. Once that's done cutting, our next stage would be bringing it over here. Currently picking out the sign letters right now. We call it weeding or picking or however you want to call it. Next, putting it on the transfer tape. Then after it's taped, we bring it over to the roller. That's where we apply it to the actual sign blank. And we'll roll it through one time just to get the air bubbles out. And the last stage is basically just taking the transfer tape off the front of it. And there's a finished product of the street name sign. We'll take you out to the field and show you our process that we go through. We're gonna go out and follow our sign guys, get something installed for you. This is where we check our underground utilities. Tim, you got AT&T?
AT&T's back here.
Evergy, Google, so we should be good to go. We normally put all of our stuff together out in the field. Then once the base is installed, we'll go ahead and put the post in there. These come up too. Perfect. And that's how we do it. Simple, quick.
Traditionally, we think as police officers, those responding to law enforcement needs within the community. But honestly, we are there to serve our citizens, and our citizens do go into crisis. They do have mental health crises, and we're being called to those scenes on a regular basis. In order to help serve those citizens better, we did initiate the Crisis Intervention Team Program. These are officers that are specially trained to de-escalate crisis situations. Recently, we've brought co-responders onto the scene, licensed qualified mental health professionals housed within our police department, and they respond with those officers directly to those scenes where a crisis is occurring so they can interact with that citizen and get them the help they need right there on that scene.
The co-responders are either bachelor or master level in a behavioral health related field. They wear plain clothes, they don't carry weapons or anything like that.
I have a police radio that I listen to all day. Listen for, those key words: mental health, behavioral health, crisis.
There's a lot of officers that just call for me. I have my own radio number.
I also have the ability to self-dispatch to them and say 982's en route.
Officers en route, 914, Armstrong.
So typically I arrive after they've made it safe. I'll make contact and get kind of the rundown, and then I just kind of jump right in.
Like, hey, my name's Allison. I'm a mental health professional. I'm here to help you. I'm not here to take you to jail or arrest you.
Sometimes all a person needs is a voice, someone neutral, someone outside that, can listen. I do a lot of safety planning, including family, their support network, who's close to you. If they're home alone, who can come over and hang out with you today? Can we lock away your sharps? Can we put up your meds? Do you need meds? Can we get you over to the urgent care to get you assessed for your medications? Some of them also are like, oh, I'm so glad you came. This made me feel so much better.
Our main goal as co-responders is to, one, get people connected to the services that they need, and also divert from emergency rooms and jails.
And they almost get a different view of the police responding. That lets me know you care and the officers care.
Please, how can we help you?
My husband has...
In 2020, we had 722 mental health related calls for service. 2022, by that time, 1,479. These mental health related calls for service are increasing. How we're responding to that is increasing the number of crisis intervention team officers we have available, as well as the number of co-responders we have available to respond on these calls.
So what I think is important for the community to know about the co-responder program is that we're here, we exist. All you have to do when you call 911 is ask for us. Say, hey, I want a co-responder to respond to this crisis, and we'll go. I was really struggling about 8 years ago on my personal journey with mental health, and I met some amazing social workers and amazing programs that have helped me get to where I am today. I really couldn't see myself doing anything else. We want to help, and that's what we love to do.
So I had a client, we got a call, she had some suicidal ideations, and she really felt that she had nobody. And and getting to know her story and getting to know who comes around and sees you, well then we found a support person and they responded immediately. And we made a plan. I called back and checked on her in an hour, and then I checked on her in 2 hours. We were able to get her into the additional services to where she talks to someone every week or more. I just took a person that really just thought they had nobody and nobody would show up for them, and show them you do. And you'll be amazed who is in your corner if you just simply say, I need a little help.
When the person called on the phone, she said that there was a dinosaur walking down her road. Of course, we had to go out and check that out. We get out there, and it was a big African tortoise, probably 60 pounds, walking down the road. When they walk, they really stand up tall, so I could see why she thought it was a dinosaur. I'm Rodney Wagner. I'm the manager of Lee Summit Animal Control. So as you can see, we get all sorts of animals here. You got some guinea pigs off to the side. All the windows up here are animals that are adoptable right now. Every one of these dogs is ready to go and ready for adoption. And the same thing with our cats over here. A lot of cool cats in here now, so this is our 3-acre lot we have out back. And this is where we do all the walking of dogs, the exercise. We also have a side yard off to the side over there, so we can let them run loose. They can run together, and we have what's called play groups. Kind of like having a bunch of kids. Here's our vent.
All right, we're going to bring this meeting back to order. This is the City of Lee Summit joint session with the LSR7 School Board, regular session number 15. I did not get an approval of the agenda earlier, so I need to start there. Councilmember Hodges?
Yep, I move for the approval of the agenda.
Second. Thank you. I have a motion to approve the agenda by Councilmember Hodges, seconded by Councilmember DeMoro. Discussion? Seeing none, can I get a roll call vote, please? Mr. Denning?
Councilmember Rader?
Oh, we got.
Aye. Councilmember Carlisle?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Lopez?
Aye.
Councilmember Hodges?
Aye.
Councilmember Pryor? Councilmember DeMoro?
Aye.
Councilmember Lovell?
Aye.
Mayor Baird?
Aye. Thank you. Next, we have the consent agenda. Councilmember Hodges?
I move for the approval of the consent agenda.
Second. Thank you. I have a motion to approve the consent agenda by Councilmember Hodges, seconded by Councilmember DeMoro. Discussion? Seeing none, can I get a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Lovell?
Aye.
Councilmember DeMoro?
Aye.
Councilmember Pryor? Councilmember Hodges?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Lopez?
Aye.
Councilmember Carlisle?
Aye.
Councilmember Rader? Aye. Mayor Baird?
Aye. Thank you. Then we have council roundtable, items of general interest, things going on in the community, anything of that nature? Okay. Next, we have the public comments. I did say I'd be ready for this week, public comment-wise, so I am. Before we do public comments, I did get with our attorneys. I did check with our charter, section 3-13E3 specifically. I also have had them cross-check with section 245 of the Lee Summit City Code. Short answer is that this charter and city code specifically allow members of the public to make remarks about items on the agenda and the general operation of the city during the public comment portion of the meeting. I may declare a speaker out of order if the comments are not related to an item on the agenda, or not related to the general operations of the city, or a matter for which a specific public hearing is on the agenda. So if there is a public hearing on the agenda and they want to speak to that matter, they need to speak during the public hearing time, or a disruptive of an orderly and fair discussion occurs, or if the speaker entails profanity, threats of violence, or, and number 6 is attacks on another private citizen. Now, sadly, we are public officials, so if someone has an issue with one of us, I can't do much about that, but allow them to voice their concerns. And the same goes for city staff. But we're not going to allow people in our community to be defamed in our setting when it has nothing to do with the general operations of the city or items on our agenda. These, our charter and our statute, our ordinance are in alignment with state and federal law. We do want to conduct public meetings where there's a traditional way for us as elected officials to hear information from citizens. But we are definitely going to keep things focused on the agenda, the subjects directly related to the operations of the city. We are definitely not going to allow profanity, threats, or comments that approach defamation as it relates to private citizens, and we will not, and I will be issuing clear warnings that subsequent comments will result in the citizen being removed from the meeting if the behavior persists. So there it is. I'm ready to make sure that we stay between the ordinance and the charter, but also allow for public comments according to state and federal law. With that said, do we have any public comments tonight? Did you get a card? Yep. Ms. Fallenweider, I'm assuming? All right. Mr. Denning, would you give Ms. Fallenweider the microphone?
Teresa Vollenweider, 5201 Northeast Maybrook Road. Since we don't have the overhead tonight, I'm going to read a comment that I made to a professor of mine. He taught me about surveying. The classes I've taken, I have taken from him. I say, I continue the fight with the unprincipled people at the city of Lee's Summit. The neighbors who chose to use my property without the benefit of an easement, I said no, but they did it anyway, and with the City of Lee's Summit approval. Public Works, Water Utilities, Planning and Development, Legal, City Manager, Mayor, Police Department, just departments at the city and the county, and some guy, Bob Burns, with the title of right-of-way inspector, several licensed surveyors, and several licensed engineers, some at the city. I just wonder how many people have been run over by these people. It is truly sickening. I have been digging to get police body camera video recordings. What I have found and seen and listened to is hard for me to believe, but I am seeing and hearing it with my own eyes and ears. I'm currently getting it up on a YouTube channel that I started. I am disheartened by much of this, the unprofessionalism, the lying, the cheating, and for what? If you are okay with it, I'd like to keep in touch occasionally. I will continue to work through this mess. I am not one to give up. Best to you, Doctor. I hope your Academy event is a huge success. I feel that your profession needs you now more than ever. Cheers. Good luck, he says. With respect to engineers, if you have conversations with them about right-of-way, you might remind them that while engineers are permitted to do surveying incidental to engineering work, they cannot, and absolutely so, be involved in boundaries, which is what easements would also be. And easements are also part of right-of-way. He did not say that, but I'm saying that. Right-of-way, prescriptive easement is what's on the road in my area. So I will continue to talk to the experts about what is occurring so that others are informed, especially those at the Missouri Society of Professional Surveyors, because that profession, a lot of professions I think now, remember, personal ethics and professional ethics can't be separated. People's professional ethics are derived from their personal ethics. A book by Dennis Mullen, who is a surveyor, said the very first line was, ethical surveyor? Some would call that an oxymoron.
Thank you, Ms. Mullenweider. Okay, next on the agenda, we have proposed ordinances forwarded from committee. Councilmember DeMoro, would you please read item 6A, the ordinance regarding the fiscal year ending June 30th?
Thank you. I advance to second reading Bill number 24-162, an ordinance approving amendment number 2 to the budget for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2025, as adopted by ordinances 9936, 9937, 9938, 9939, and 9940 by amending the authorized expenditure for the city.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion to move to second reading. Bill number 24-162 by Councilmember DeMoro, seconded by Councilmember Hodges. Discussion? Discussion? All right, seeing none, could I get a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Carlisle? Aye. Councilmember Rader? Aye. Councilmember Lovell?
Aye.
Councilmember DeMoro?
Aye.
Councilmember Hodges?
Aye.
Councilmember Pryor?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Lopez?
Aye.
Mayor Baird?
Aye. Thank you. Next, Councilmember Carlisle, would you please read Bill number 24-163?
I have to adopt that.
Oh, therefore adoption. I do not have that on here. I don't have my agenda, so my bad. Councilmember DeMoro, please, for second reading.
Yes,
For adoption.
I move for adoption Bill number 24-162, an ordinance approving amendment number 2 to the budget for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2025 is adopted by ordinances 9936, 9937, 9938, 9939, and 9940 by amending the authorized expenditures for the city.
All right. Thank you. I have a motion to move bill number 24-162 for adoption by Councilmember DeMauro, seconded by Councilmember Hodges. Discussion? All right. Roll call vote, please.
Lovell,
Aye.
Councilmember DeMauro,
Aye.
Councilmember Rader,
Aye.
Councilmember Carlisle,
Aye.
Councilmember Hodges,
Aye.
Councilmember Pryor,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Lopez,
Aye.
Mayor Baird.
Aye. All right. Now we can go to bill number 24-163. Councilmember Carlisle, please.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd move for second reading and order bill number 24-163, an ordinance approving the calendar year 2025 employee benefits programs, approving agreements for service by and between the City of Lee Summit, Missouri, and Cigna Health and Life Insurance Company, Metropolitan Life Insurance Company, Hartford Life and Accident Insurance Company, CureLink LLC, Navia Benefit Solutions, Inc., and Trustmark Insurance Company, and authorizing the city manager to execute agreements and other documents as necessary to administer employee benefits for calendar year 2025 by and on behalf of the city.
Second.
Thank you. I have a motion to move to second reading. Bill number 24-163 by Councilmember Carlisle, seconded by Councilmember Hodges. Discussion? Seeing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Pryor,
Aye.
Councilmember Hodges,
Aye.
Councilmember Lovell,
Aye.
Councilmember Carlisle,
Aye.
Councilmember DeMauro,
Aye.
Councilmember Rader,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Lopez,
Aye.
Mayor Baird.
Aye. Thank you. Councilmember Carlisle for adoption, please.
Thank you, Mayor. I move bill number 24-163, an ordinance approving the calendar year 2025 employee benefits programs, approving agreements for services by and between the City of Lee Summit, Missouri, and Cigna Health and Life Insurance Company, Metropolitan Life Insurance Company, Hartford Life and Accident Insurance Company, CureLink LLC, Navia Benefit Solutions, Inc., and Trustmark Insurance Company, and authorizing the city manager to execute agreements and other documents as necessary to administer employee benefits for calendar year 2025 by and on behalf of the city be adopted.
Second.
I'm going to give that one to Councilmember Rader. I have a motion on the floor to adopt bill number 24-163 by Councilmember Carlisle, seconded by Councilmember Rader. Discussion? Roll call vote, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Lopez,
Aye.
Councilmember Carlisle,
Aye.
Councilmember Hodges,
Aye.
Councilmember Rader,
Aye.
Councilmember Lovell,
Aye.
Councilmember DeMauro,
Aye.
Councilmember Pryor,
Aye.
Mayor Baird.
Aye. That bill is adopted. Thank you. And proposed ordinances, second reading. Councilmember Lovell, would you please read bill number 24-161?
Thank you, Mayor. I move for adoption bill number 24-161, an ordinance approving a real estate sale agreement between Oldham Investors LLC and the City of Lee Summit, Missouri for the purchase of property located at 101 Southwest Oldham Parkway within the City of Lee Summit, Missouri.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion to move to adopt bill number 24-161 by Councilmember Lovell, seconded by Councilmember Carlisle. Discussion? A roll call vote, please. Yes.
Roll call.
Do we need to correct something?
No, I was just
Okay.
making sure.
Yep.
Councilmember Pryor,
Aye.
Councilmember Hodges,
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Lopez,
Aye.
Councilmember Carlisle,
Aye.
Councilmember DeMauro,
Aye.
Councilmember Rader,
Aye.
Councilmember Lovell,
Aye.
Mayor Baird.
Aye. All right, that bill is adopted, and that takes us to committee reports.
Mayor.
Yes, Councilmember DeMauro.
Yesterday morning, midday, we had a Legislative and Intergovernmental Relations Committee meeting, and we discussed another draft of the legislative priorities. It's gonna come back one more time, and then we'll be able to send that to the council. And then yesterday afternoon, we had a Public Works Committee meeting, and one of the biggest takeaways is we moved to the council the contractor for the police substation. That's one item of many, but that was a good one there. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you.
Mayor.
Councilmember Lovell.
CEDC will meet tomorrow at 4 p.m.
Excellent. In the chambers? Chambers. Thank you. Anybody else? Committee reports? Okay. Council comments? All right. Staff roundtable?
Item tonight, or beginning of this week, a finance director has joined our team, Brianna Burrichter. She was here tonight, but I'll formally introduce her at the next meeting. It's at the chambers, but I know she got to meet the mayor and a few LSR 7 folks, but yeah, we're glad to have her on board. We'll do a more formal introduction next week. That's it. Thank you.
Excellent. All right. This meeting is now adjourned at 8:22. Thank you all.